Good morning, and welcome to Bricolage with Pink Girly. It's a beautiful day in our neighborhood. We've got the sun shining. It's not too warm. It's not too cold. It's a beautiful day in May, May 7th. Where does the time go? All right, I'm just rooting around in my stencils here. So, I've been busy making a mess. Can you see my mess on my desk? My little pooch is hanging around here. She wants the rest of my food, and I told her no. She's already had a little treat. Okay, let's see here. I've got some wax linen. I was putting together journals this morning. Last night I crocheted for a while. I've been doing a marathon crocheting bit because I'm trying to get something ready for the end of the month that I need. So I've been really concentrating on getting that finished. But my wrist really started to bother me, so I had to put that down. So then I was messing around with journal pages. And I mentioned, see, I'm losing track of where I'm mentioning things. It could have been a live or it could have been one of my videos. I think it might have been my live. I discovered a channel called Megjournals, and I did put her information in my description box for this live, and I did put it in for a video. And she does some really cool stuff. I just discovered her, so I haven't watched a ton of her things, but she does some really cool journaling stuff. So I've been kind of, good morning, Becky. I've been kind of springboarding off of what she does. Now, I do have a series of Daphne Diary journals. I've got 2 uploaded. Good morning, Barbara. And I have a third one that I can upload either today or tomorrow. It's probably going to be tomorrow. And then I think I'll have one more that I'll record. So the next one coming up is where I bind the, show you how I'm binding the Daphne Diaries together. But then I went ahead and bound this one this morning that's very similar. Meg from Megjournals, she uses paper on her journal cover. This one I chose to use all cloth. Good morning, Joyce. But it's bound the same way. So I'm not going to bind today on this live. I'm going to work hopefully in this. And my pages are all in here, really kind of inspired by Megjournals. So you really need to check her out if you are into journaling, art journaling at all. You will really enjoy some of the things that Meg has on her channel. So this is what I'm going to work in today to hopefully do some pages, that look a little artful, if you will. It's hard to come up with a title that will catch someone's attention. I was to lunch with my cousins and my sisters on Friday, and coming home, it was somewhat convenient for me to run into Hobby Lobby. And I picked up these little plastic tubs, I guess, containers, little plastic containers. See, it's got the little rubber top on them. And when I want to use my Golden Matte Medium, see, I have it in this jelly jar, but see, it's kind of drying out. So I thought maybe something like this with a little rubber top would be a little better, because I just like to keep a little bit on my desk instead of, especially if I'm streaming, to have to grab down my big jug of it. So I thought, well, you know what? It might be good to have a couple other things in there. So I just put in some Golden Soft Gel. I forgot my gesso and then my golden matte mediums. I've got those 3 little containers. I pulled out a bunch of stuff that I think I might like to use. I've got some stencils, and I think I might be good to go. I've got my scissors. I pulled out my, hi Angie Brown. Good morning. Good morning. Who did I miss? Anyone? All right. I think I'm caught up. Snangy, Snangy. So I probably will decorate this cover at some point as well. But this is just an eclectic mishmash of pages. I just grabbed out a bunch of stuff out of boxes that I store pages in. And I try to just keep maybe something a little more interesting for my center pages. This has 3 signatures in it. Oh, look what happened here. This never happened to me before. So I'm putting in my signatures and I'm pulling and I couldn't get my last thread through and I'm thinking, what the heck? So when I opened it up here, what happened was my thread got hooked on this short page and tore into my paper. Can you even stand it? I can't believe I did that. Never had that happen before. So, journal makers, beware. If you got a short page, you might just hang up your binding thread and tear your paper. But in a junk journal, it really doesn't matter, right? So I was thinking where I might like to start. Now, if you go back and you watch, and I think I don't know if I put Meg's binding tutorial link in or just to her channel, but she's got one where she calls it something like, just building a journal, something like that. And they're nice and chunky, and she's got a lot of pages in it. And she's much more intentional putting her pages, what is sitting next to each other when you look at your pages. And I might do that going forward, but for this first one, I didn't. I just put stuff in wherever. And so I need to find a page where I feel like I want to work on something this morning. So good morning to everyone who's coming in. Our dear Ange says, I've had a bad week. We found the man that we cleaned his house. He's not doing well. He's in the hospital. I'm sorry to hear that, Ange. So you got to find another ride for your surgery. Well, something will pop up. I'm going to pray about that for you, Ange. So it'll all work out, I'm sure, honey. Ange has her hand surgery coming up on the 10th. Good morning, Kathy. So I think I'm just going to start right in. And I got a few things at Hobby Lobby, not too many. Well, the bill was not real cheap, but I didn't get I don't know. It just adds up, right? Like I got this little remnant of lacy stuff. Isn't that pretty? It's kind of goldish brown. And this wasn't marked, they have some things that are on sale sometimes. This Timmy stuff wasn't, but I never saw it before. I don't get there that often. So let me see if I can get it to stay. I want the things to stay in the bag. I don't think so. They're all little clips of stuff, which a lot of his stuff is, but these are more like words and all. So I thought I might do a little bit of oxide inking, and I'm going to use some gesso. So I'm going to require my using oh, good morning, Janice. Okay. I've got some tissue paper here. But Meg, you'll see if you tune in to her and watch her, she does a lot of different. Oh, look, they're all falling out that hole. They're all falling out the hole. Well, that didn't work. All right, so I think I want to pick out, first of all, I've got this little envelope of things. I just stuff things places. And then I go back and I look. And I look at that old gal. I think I want some kind of flowers. And I didn't pull out all my Timmy stuff. Oh, there's a cute piece of fabric. So I'm just kind of rummaging in here because I know I saw some flowers. See if there's anything in here I can use. Oh, I might be able to use that. See, I pulled out that stamp, but see, look, I already got that stamped. And I've got some, okay, so I've got some cool stuff in here. Oh, this is nice too. All right. These kind of look like wallpaper rather than just regular Timmy stuff, but I'm pretty sure these are, maybe they came in the wallpaper pack. I don't know. I don't think I want skiers today. These are nice because they don't have the white edge, if that bothers you. Good morning, Jilly. How are you doing? All right, so, all right, let me just pick a place to start. I'm assuming that most of you folks that are here with me this morning and those that watch and are replayers, I would imagine most of you are like me. It's okay, Ange. Some of the other girls, they can hopefully encourage you. Some of the replayers, I guess are the same. I know you girls that come in live, I know better. But when you see a channel, either whether it's someone in our own art community that we kind of hang out with, or someone new that you discover, there's usually some kind of inspiration. And for me, and I think for a lot of us here, you just want to try it. You want to try it. You want to see how it works for you, that kind of thing. And that's what Meg has done for me recently. Now, she mostly tears all her edges of her little journal pages. This one here, I try to tear a lot of them before I put them in, but this one I didn't do. So I think I want this one to be a little rough, a little bit of a rougher edge, a little rough edge. Okay. So I'm not really trying to mimic Meg, but just trying to springboard from some of her ideas. She's definitely got her own style, and it's really quite enjoyable to watch her. The other thing that I want to mention, and I did put in my description box, if you have not had a chance to watch Miss Lennox 2010's last live that she posted. Good morning, Melody. Welcome, welcome. You need to take the opportunity to watch that. She not only does some of her art during the stream, she takes you through one of her art journals. I think it was from 2018, she said. There she is! She's lurking and washing the kitchen. Oh, Lena. Miss Lennox 2010 is who I was just talking about, Lena. She just popped into chat. She shared her journal, her Art Deco, basically, I guess, journal in that live. It is magnificent. Lena, you should be doing art. I'm sorry, full time. You are amazing. I mean, what this lady can do. She just takes you through, and then she works on a piece during the live. Good morning, Gail. So I put her link as well in the description box. So if you get a chance, check out Miss Linus. Oh, you say Linus Linux? Miss Linux 2010. You won't be sorry. You will not be sorry. Okay, so I think I'm going to start off with a little bit of gesso to just kind of push this text back just because I feel like it. Now, this is a heavy duty gesso, and I'm still on the fence. I'm not sure if I like that or not. So I'm just going to put some on this page. Thank you, Lena. Lena is, talk about having a style. Oh my gosh. Okay, so I'm just going to paint some of this on. I did wet my brush a little bit because this is thicker. You know, some people talk about having pet hairs on their pages, that their cat's been up on their desk, or mine's my own hair. Mine's always my own hair falling out. Jeez. Jeez. All right, so this page I'm just going to do basically try to do just a little spread here. Now this little, if you watch Meg, you will find that she does what they call, I think, an A6 size journal, which means nothing to me because I'm American. So, but I'm thinking it might be like, maybe Lena would know. I'm thinking it might be like a 4x6 or something. But that my journal here is about 4.5 by 6. So I don't know the difference between A6, A2, A4. I don't know. I could look it up. I have looked it up, but it does not stay in my brain. You girls in Canada, Barbara, do you guys do the A6 or do you do, like 4x6 like we do here in America? All right, I'm going to use my heat tool. Now I'm going to put a flower on here. Brenda said, oh, hi, Brenda. Good morning. Brenda said A6 is 4x6. Gail saying A6 is 4.5 by 8. This is an older page here that I pulled out of I think a book I got from Goodwill. And look, the gesso kind of moved the ink, and it's kind of gray now. So that's kind of cool. So then I'm going to put some background stuff on before I start fiddling around with my flower. But let's just see. I see what flower I think I want to use. I've got tickets. I've got a ticket to ride. There we go. And she's off. I've got a ticket. This is cute. I want something bigger. I want, not bigger. I mean, bigger than what I was just looking at. I kind of like how this kind of curves around the page, and I'm okay with things sticking out the edges and stuff as well. Barbara said we do 4x6, but it's actually in metrics. But I'm an old lady and old habits die hard for sure. All right, now if there's a conversation or a question that you need for me to see, please use caps. That will really help me out greatly. All right, so I think maybe I will put the flowers over here, although I wish it was this way. Oh, look, I've got things that aren't poked out. Aunt Beck's very practical. She said I would just say 4-ish by 6-ish. That works. 4-ish by 6-ish. But of course, you can make a journal any size that you want. Some of the pages that I cut out and started to fold were a lot smaller, so I'm going to make like a little mini one. Is what I'm thinking I'd like to do. So I kind of wanted the plain side of my page here, my right, to do stenciling and some things on. So I think I'm going to pop my flower over here. Now, I have not watched Meg's videos extensively, but I will say the ones that I've watched, I don't recall her doing a lot of inking, but I like to ink my edges. So I'm going to ink the edges of my flower here. And then I'm just going to start, I had it in my mind before I came on, a couple of things that I might use today. Actually, I had a totally different idea that I was going to go with today, and then ended up thinking, I'll just do this. Because I'm all over the map. And I was thinking I'd like this kind of paisley kind of thing over here. I really like this stencil. Maybe I'll do this part here. All right, now I want to pick out a color. All right, now this is going to be crazy. This is going to be crazy. See, this is pinkish and white. I'm going to put some of my Inktense watercolor paint on here and see if I can make this, because I think I want it to go blue. I don't know if that's going to work. This is, he's got a paper pack. Tim Holtz has a paper pack, and they're called, he's got several. They're different designs, and I think they're called wallpaper. And I think that's what I got those out of, because they're kind of, you know, they got a little bit of texture. It's very slight, but you know, you can feel a little, you know what I mean. You know what I'm saying. I think you know what I'm saying. All right, so I've got some brown. Let me see. See, my blues that I have in my, I don't have much in, well, that's not true, is it? My sisters gave me, hold on, let's see, for my, if it was for a birthday or Christmas, my one sister gave me, oh yeah, here's Faded Jean. Let's see how this is. This is an archival ink. Let's see how this works. And I need to find a little makeup brush. Barbara's not a math fan. Oh, me either, friend. Ooh, not even close. All right, so I'm going to start. I'm just going to jump in and go. How big can it be, right? Famous last words. So I'm going to try to put some of this down here, this part of my page. So, I mean, I need another journal like I need a hole in my head, but you know, you just see different stuff that you like and you just go for it. Can you guys see that okay? Or let me know if I need to bring my little camera down. I have this great system of getting my camera to move down. You're just going to be so amazed. Oh, Janice has to leave us. Bye, Janice. Thanks for coming in. Okay, hope to see you later. All right, now I'm going to put a little bit of this up here. Now I'm thinking about the background first, and then hopefully I'll build forward. And maybe you can see okay? Okay, thank you, Barbara. I feel like the camera is way far away, but I know sometimes I get it too close. Oh, look, I got some on another page. All the way down there. Lovely. Okay. I can see clearly now the rain is gone. I can see all obstacles on my way. All right, let's try. All right, I'm going to try a little bit of this intense watercolor. Whoa, that is really intense. I don't want it that blue. Now, the thing with the Inktense is it's watercolor. Once it dries, it's permanent. So I can do other stuff on top. You like this angle? You can snoop at what else is on my desk. My gosh, my desk is such a mess. A total mess. I can't tell you, I've said this several times before. My husband will come in here and say, how can you work like that? I'm like, I don't know. I just do it. But for those of you that think you need a big area to work and do art in, that's just not true. You really only need about 12-inch square. Am I right or am I right? You know I'm right. Let's tear some paper. Oh, I always tear it the wrong way. And Beck feels clogged up. Yeah, it's different for everybody. It just doesn't really seem to bother me so much. It bothers me when I can't then, find something. Hi, Judy. Good morning. Good morning. Just kind of finding my way here, girls. Now I have to be able to close the book. So you want to be mindful if you're thinking about, putting anything. Oh, I don't want to cover up that stuff. I like the little squares. Can you see those little squares? I like those. I'm going to leave those there. I don't want to cover those up. Maybe I'll ink this one in blue. Let's see how that looks. Of course, I could do the double ink. If anybody has ever done the double ink, I'm sure you have. Ink in one color and then ink another color on after. I'm looking for something. This has a little bit of blue on it. And somewhere here, I don't want to upset the apple cart here. I got so much stuff sitting around that I haven't, put back in its place yet. I always think I'm going to have so much time. And before you know it, StreamYard's telling me it's showtime. It was so funny. What was it the other day when I think it was when I started my live, I was singing Overture Dim the Lights. And that was something that my cousins and I, when we used to have picnics growing up, well, our parents had it, we didn't have it. And we would always do some kind of a show. Let's put on a show. And Overture Dim the Lights was one of the songs that we used to always sing. Hey, that looks pretty cute. So now these cousins I haven't seen in a little bit. So we went to lunch on Friday, and do you know, within minutes of us sitting down and starting to have lunch, someone started to sing Overture, Dim the Lights. It just cracks me up. All right, you're not a big glue stick person, but I'm going to use glue stick here. I'm going to pop that down. Try to get it right on the line because I don't want to. Aunt Beck's kicking back in her recliner. She, as I have a pulled, oh no. Uh-oh. TMI, TMI. Oh, that's not good. Are you icing? Are you icing? Okay, I'm just trying to think. Oh, shoot. I was going to get one thing out that's out by my chair, and I didn't do it. I know I pulled out a couple of napkins somewhere. I was thinking perhaps a napkin. Well, I'll maybe be able to use a piece of that. Let's see what I have here in the way of tissue paper. Oh, here's something blue. Something borrowed, something new, something blue. This is tissue paper I was using the other day when I made my tissue paper. Oops. Okay. I don't want to cover up the card totally, but I'm okay with covering up part of it. Judy says, Judy cracked me up. Judy's sorry that Aunt Beck's Cheeky has an owie. We don't even want to know how you did it, Beck. Okay, maybe I'll move that over here. You also have to be careful if you're going to be gluing into the ditch, you know? So I might just tear that off and put it on the other side instead of gluing down in the ditch part. All right, let's see. Let's get some glue on this. I don't know. This is crazy. It's like some days I don't eat till, intentionally, I don't eat until, oh, look, I got glue on me now. 10 or 11 o'clock my time in the morning. And I'm fine. But when I stream, I don't know. It's just like I get hungry. It's really freaky. All right, so I'm going to nudge this up close to my center of the book as best I can. Now that's purple underneath there, but that'll dry clear. Yes. Yes. Depends on who's asking, though, I think, Barbara. Now I'm going to finish this little piece right here. Put some glue in there. We're building. We're building. Try to get my letters. The other day when my husband came home and he said he was going to weed whack and mow, I really thought you would hear that on my stream, but I couldn't hear it. So maybe others can, but you know, my hearing's not the best. But And now I hear a guy mowing, so I'm wondering the same thing, if you guys can hear that mower. Okay. Now, one thing that Maggie does that I really like is she uses like a big chunk of lettering that she'll put somewhere. And I kind of like that. Now, this is just a piece. I have a journal here. It's just kind of not. I purchased a kit, I believe. And I got this bag to build the journal in. Look, I don't even have it stitched in yet. I got my pages and stuff. But see, this is all falling apart. And I tried to tinkle tape it, but it's just not, see, it's almost deteriorating. So I'm kind of on the fence about that. I just don't know if I should go forward with it, because I just feel like, and this is a piece of it. I pulled it out and lo and behold, it's really kind of crumbly. I mean, it looks good, and it'll be okay for this. It's just kind of crumbly. So I'm thinking I might want that there. Let's see if I can get any. Oh yeah, that ink's okay. I thought maybe it might just crumble, you know. If you have any questions or something you need me to see, put it in caps, please. And welcome to anyone who might have come in. Grab the seat in the back. I kind of want that down there, but I want some other stuff down around there too, I think. Let's see. I pulled out, there's just certain, and I'm sure you find this as well, there's just certain stencils and stamps that you might like. Not that you don't like all, I mean, you like the things you buy, right? I mean, you bought them, so you like them. But there are some things I just like and use more often than others, and I'm sure we're all like that. Hey, Riri, good morning. And so that's what this stamp is like that for me. I mean, this stencil. Now, it's not easy getting in there. Trying to get in towards the... This is where if you were ambidextrous would be really kind of cool. I didn't really get that the way I wanted. Let's see if I can find where I were. I think it was there. Just want to see a little bit more of this on the page. Now, one thing that Meg from Megjournals says quite frequently, and it's something that needs to be repeated. Sometimes, you know, less is more, you know, so don't feel like you have to load up your page with a bunch of different stuff, because you really don't have to. I think I want to stamp on there some, okay, so I need some stays on. Let me get my, I wonder if this one's got any juice in it. I want to get a little, I don't know if I'm going to find it. I wanted to get a little bit of script writing stamped on my little flower. Let's move this up for a minute. Put that little guy over there. And let me get something to put under here. Let's see how that. I do have re-inkers. I just cannot keep track of which ones I re-inked. And then yesterday, I think it's just once a year, we have a yard sale in our community. And, you know, they're all old people that live here. So a lot of times you can get some good stuff because they're just old people wanting to get rid of their crap, you know. Well, I never know when it is. And usually hubby will tell me. But yesterday morning he went out, didn't say anything. And I was running over to my mom. So I go out. I noticed there was a lot more traffic than normal. So I said to my friend Betty, "Is today the day?" And she's like, "Yep." So I stopped at a couple of places. And when my husband got home after I was home, I said to him, "Boy, you'll never guess today was the yard sale, and someone failed to mention that to me today." He said, "Oh, can you imagine somebody doing that to you?" Stinker. He's a stinker. All right, I think I want to ink the edges of my flower blue. Maybe that will pop a little bit. Now I do have a blue Stabilo pencil, but I also got out, and I have sitting next to me here, my Intense that I put on the flower. I was thinking I might want to do a little bit of watercolor around my focal image here. But I don't want to mess it up either. I'm not really a good watercolor person. Now, if I use a Stabilo, that might be good for like in between the leaves there to kind of deepen that up, because we've been learning over the years that contrasts. Thanks, Brenda. Me too. I just love adding the script stencil to things like that. Just did the fleurs. What did I do with my... If anybody sees my blank ink pad, I have the lid. What the heck did I do with it? Oh, bother. There it is. Probably yucking up my cover. I decided to use some fabric that I jelly printed on. That's cool to do that. If you have any fabric, even if, see, this was a part of a curtain or something, it was like tan on tan, and then I jelly printed on top of it. It turns out cool. All right, now getting my glue on this kind of be annoying. I could run that through my I think I might do that. I can run this through my Xyron. It's sitting right here. Bella, do you have to go out, or are you just enjoying the day? Okay. Okay, just got to look and make sure which way it goes in. All right, was able to get the 5-inch Xyron machine. Sorry, it's real squeaky. And these machines are great for if you want to glue down a piece of lace or a piece of filigree or some kind of a cutout, you know, instead of having to be all fiddly. I'm just going to burnish this down a little bit. There's going to be glue hanging over that, you know, or leaves that might not be, but I think I can rub that off. See, and then you just gently peel that off. And you got glue. And then these little sheets are good to hold on to. I'm wondering if I could stick, you know, tape on there to do my tingle tape. It probably would peel off, right? All right, so now to position my flower. Now see, it's still somewhat a little sticky in between. Oh, really, Ange? Angie said she has one of those machines, but they stopped selling the replacement for it. Huh, maybe that's why I got mine cheap. I found the, I've shared this before, I know. I found the stickum stuff and thought it was the whole machine at my Goodwill. And, see, you can rub this off, but I don't know. Does anybody know, like, does an eraser take that off better than your finger? And I thought it was the whole machine, but it was just the stickum stuff. So then I went on Macari and somebody had the machine for a very reasonable price, so I picked that up. Because I have a small one. It's only like, you know, about that wide, like 1.5 inches, 2 inches. And this was a 5-inch. So it comes in real handy for stuff like that. See? See how easy that was? And you can do it the other way, but, and I would do it the other way probably if I was by myself. I wonder if the eraser does work. Janice left. Oh, okay, Aunt Beck. Aunt Beck says she uses baby powder. Of course, I don't have that right here. Yeah, that's making it real. I wonder about a little, well, I guess I can leave it for right now. See, I want to work on top of that a little bit. All right, let's see if I can find my Stabilo, my navy Stabilo pencil. That would be very nice if I could find it. Yeah. Okay, so here it is. Stabilo. If you don't know, they have I don't know, what's the dark, hey Sophia, hi. What's the dark one? Is Pam here? Did I miss Pam? I think you guys might see people come in before me, because I don't see Pam. It's made by Pam. Hi, Pam. I didn't know if it was Stitch It Pam. I guess I missed Pam. Sorry about that. Sophia said, do you have that powder sock stuff that you used before and bought? Oh, no, I don't. Yeah, that would work too. Cool. All right, so these pencils, Stabilo, you can write on anything. So I'm just going to maybe try it here. See if I can darken up. They have what's the red one called? They have white. They're all different colors, I guess. Blue, white. I have white. I have, here it is. Is it all? The heck's the dark one? This one's called all. So it's just like a regular, like a graphite color, and this one's the blue one. Or maybe I should have tried the all, but being as we have blue here, just coming in between the leaves a little bit. I may not like it. I may have to end up, you know, covering it up, but we'll just see about that. Somewhere I have a water brush, which I could just use a regular brush and water if I can't find it. Oh dear, I just can't find it. I'm so surprised. So very surprised. I haven't used the white too much. I don't even know where the white one, where I put the white one. I don't know if that really does anything. See, but what I was thinking is I would use the blue that I put here around my flower. The blue of the ink tints. I'm just putting some of it in the little mixing well here, because I don't want it too intense. Not to be confused with ink tints. Sophia said yesterday, yes, Brenda, that was what broke the dam. I finally, oh, I missed it. I'm a member of an all-day cleaning prompt. Oh, I missed it. Well, whoever is watching, you'll have to read chat. I leave the chat up so you can read it. All right, so let's just see. Oh, yeah, that's still really very intense. Let's water. I just want it to be very light. I don't know where my spritzy bottle is. I know, it's just so unlike me to have things missing on my desk. Missing on my desk. All right, see now? Maybe on the paper it's not going to look that dark. Here we go. All right, here we go. See, it's kind of a green blue. It's kind of dark. I'll drag that out. Trying to make it a little more intense and let's say intentional. There. Is somebody having trouble seeing chat? Yeah, you got to be on live chat. Sometimes it flips. You don't realize. Just using a little bit of that water color paint on the very tip of this brush. And I don't so much want a line, so I'm trying to fade it out. And now I got something in my throat. And you put on, you know, if you do something like this, you just put on as much as you like. Oh no, can you guys tell the difference? Can you see any? I mean, it is subtle. But it kind of is mimicking what you do when I ink the edges of this little strip of paper I put on over here. Now I'm thinking about, I need to have some kind of fabric, lace, or something. I just want that to pop a little bit. Bye, Chili. Thanks for coming in. Have a great day. Okay. Just flip that around so I can get this edge a little better. And I can always add to this as well. You know, after it dries, I can add more if I think it needs it. You know, sometimes things dry a little different or a little lighter, or they might get a little deeper, you know. I'm not like some of the girls that, you know, use watercolors and they use their different palettes a lot. You know, they know how they react to different situations. That's not me, unfortunately. I'm pretty new to watercolor. And, you know, a bit clueless, actually. Clueless. All right, let's see. Where else might I want? Okay, so that's not looking too bad. All right, so let's let that dry a little bit. Now, I do think I want a piece of this over here somehow. Maybe this way. All right, I might need something under there. Like a little, this is a bit fiddly. I'm working on these pages like this. Maybe I need to, I bought these clips and these came in handy. This was part of my Temu order. I don't know, I think they're for sewing. It came in handy with putting my signatures together while I was signing them in. I wonder if I can, if that'll help hold that down. It might not be. I can use a binder clip, but I've got those. Oh, I've got a huge one here. Maybe that might hold it down a little bit. Okay, so I'm thinking I want to put that there. I don't want to put something else. Now I did make these clusters, but I think this is too much for this page. Let's see what else I can borrow a little snippet of. I got me some crazy looking stuff here. That might look cute there. And I could use a little cheesecloth maybe underneath. I'm liking this blue. I hate to cover up that little flower. This is Archival Faded Jean Distress. Yeah, I like that color. Okay. Now let's see. I've got a little bit of cheesecloth over here. I can get a little snippety snip. Then I was thinking, how about a sticker? All right, here's a little piece of cheesecloth. Kind of can go on there. It's all about layers, right? Layer, layer, layer. Every time you layer something, it looks better, methinks. Now, I was thinking about one of these stickers. Let's see. What do you think about that, guys? Hi, Carol. Good morning. Is it still morning? Nope, afternoon. Good off. Oh, I like the first one, I think. And I was thinking maybe I could put a little watercolor on the sticker. I don't know if that works. I haven't tried that before either. Meg from Megjournals, she likes to use, and I don't have a lot of these rub-ons. You know, they have some really cute rub-ons. I have some. I could get those out and look at it, but I think I like that there, and I think I like this here, perhaps. No. Maybe I'll hold off on the. I'm gonna hold off on that heart. I can maybe add that. This is some of my favorite paper, and I don't know. It had like glitter or shimmer on it. I don't know what brand it is. I mean, I bought that when I first down this paper crafting road. So this is like an acetate kind of sticker. So probably that watercolor is not going to stick to this, right? I'm trying to get in between those layers. Usually this works. I still haven't found my X-Acto knife. It's been missing for several days. I will get it eventually. Of course, it may not be till... There we go. I did it! I did it! I did it! Oh, it's going the other way. I'm so silly. Oh, it's not. It acetates the back part. Oh, phooey pooey. That's okay. That's okay, girls. Don't be disappointed. It will be all right. It will be all right. Okay, now let's get your opinion. Should I put some watercolor on that? or leave it just that sketched look. I mean, it looks kind of cute that way too. These are a few of my favorite things. Flowers on pages and ink in my stencil. Glue on my fingers and gauze on my tape. So just leave the sketched look. Right, I should do it. I think I want my little squeezed out. Thank you, Gail. My little squeezed out glue. Put a little bit underneath my and then let's glue this baby up. I should have written down some ideas that I had because I'm kind of forgetting what I wanted to do over here in addition to the flower. Might have to use some Fabri-Tac. Try this first. Now I need some kind of a word or something here. And then I got out some stamps. And where did I? Okay, here, I put them over here. I have these little letters that I thought might look cute. They're kind of like scrunchy, but I don't know how they're going to stamp. So I don't know. I may not like this. Wonder how it would look if I stamped on a piece of this stuff. This is the paper I was using to do my snippet things on. So let's put this up here. And see how quickly you can bury something? Holy moly. I think I'll use C for my granddaughter Charlotte. Hi Peggy, good morning. Good afternoon. I'm sorry, we switched over to the afternoon. She's doing her laundry. I don't know if Hubs did ours yesterday or not. I think he did. It was funny. Like I said, I haven't seen my cousins for a while. You know, when you get old, you move away, you're not real close, and you know, life takes you different directions and all that jazz. You know, all that jazz. Then you tend to, you know, unless you make an effort, which, you know, I'm embarrassed to say I haven't. I said to my one cousin, she just lost her husband. I said, I'm so sorry. I mean, I should have been in touch. And she said, well, that works both ways, doesn't it? Which is true, but all right, where's my little I had a little page I could print off on to test. You just lose track, you know, and you get busy, you know, with life stuff, and oh. Now I forget why I was telling you that. Oh, it's so sad. Yeah, that might look cool. All right, let's try it. Let's try it and see. put a C, just for no other reason. Because I can. Maybe if I ink it, I might like it a little bit. I don't hate it, but I just not in love with it. Angela, good afternoon. Hello, hello. All right. Ink. Ink. Now this side is looking really very blue. So maybe I might take a little bit of the gesso like Dee Dee does. Dee Dee Willingham, and put some on a baby wipe and, you know, come across there. I don't know, girls. What do you think? Maybe I don't need it. Oh, I don't need it. I mean, you know what I mean. What else was I going to use on this page? There was something else I thought I pulled out that I would. Oh, I was thinking about fabric. Yeah. Yeah, I need something up here for sure. Okay. And that's green, so that kind of works. Oh man, I didn't watch. Peggy was there in her PJs and her tiara. Okay, and Gail said she's recovering very well. Very nice. Good to hear. Okay, now I got some of this, where did I, oh no, Lori, don't knock that over. Please don't knock that over. This is some washi tape that I got from, you know, that Timu place. Oh, look, there's a blue section. That's kind of wide. Yeah, I don't think I want that. Not this for this project anyway. Okay. So I'm hearing in my head when I call her Maggie, calling her Maggie. I don't even know the gal. Okay, I've given her a nickname. That's not good. Megjournals. She says, you know, less is more. So I'm thinking, I think I do like that letter C there. And maybe just a little piece of fabric over here and I'll call it done. I don't know if that's the best fabric though. In my head, I'm thinking more of a muslin type piece. Or see, like maybe this. No. Maybe a little piece of lace. Maybe a piece of this. Remember this? Now, if I put that down, maybe I need something else. I don't think I want to. See, this is, okay, I don't have much of this. See, I'm just not sure I want to use it, you know, in this journal. No. I've got options. I've got options. Hold on. Hold on. I started taking this gathered stuff off of that little, I think this is going to be the winner. I kind of like that. Now, I always do this too. I like to put my Timmy crayon. I have chipped sapphire, my Timmy crayon stuff around the edges. I don't know if I just want a little piece there or if I want it down. I think I kind of like it across the top, but not all the way. So I'm going to snip it. All right, hubby's home. Hubby's home. I just heard the door. I hope it's hubby. Okay, let's put this on. I just love the way these little chunky journals looked that Megjournals puts together. And so I wanted one. Bottom line, I wanted one. Okay, so let's take a little bit of the Fabri-Tac. And if you don't know about Fabri-Tac or Beacon, Beacon is the company. This is Magnatac, but Fabri-Tac, Magnatac, there's a third one too, I believe. They all, I think, kind of work the same way. And they're really good with getting fabric to stick on your surface. Good for other stuff too, I'm sure, but I really like it with the fabric. And it's not, you know, it's not cheap, but if you just use it for your fabric and use just a little bit, it lasts you quite some time. All right, so let's put that there. Now I'm going to use one of my distressed crayons, chipped sapphire, and I'm going to put a little bit on my edges to kind of hopefully bring your eye in, so you're not looking everywhere. You're just, your eye just will, you know, make you come in this way. And I think what I want to do is, before I forget, put a little something under there. Now I'm just scrubbing this on very lightly because I tend to be a masher, and then I get those lines. I don't really want those lines. And I'm going to see how my paintbrush does with this today. I'm just going to use a paintbrush, not super soaked, and try to blend that out. And it's not, well, it's not doing too bad. I might need that to be a little deeper. Hun, did you get any food? Did you buy any sandwiches?
Yeah, I got a hoagie.
Woo! Okay. Still seeing that line a little bit there. Not crazy about that. And then I was going to use a little bit of my gesso, like Dee Dee does. I'm not liking this down here. Has it been that long already, Gail? 4.5 weeks out? Oh my goodness. Probably doesn't feel like it went fast for you, but oh my goodness. That's amazing. That's amazing. All right, I'm going to hit this with my heat gun a little. Now I want to do another page in here because I have some time. Oh, look at you, little stinker. So let's get a baby wipe, a clean baby wipe. I am not very good at this. It has gone, well, that's good, Gail. I think sometimes for the person going through it, you know, sometimes it feels like, oh, forever. So that's good. I'm not really very good at doing the scrapey thing with the gesso, but I'm going to do it anyway. So I'm going to put a little bit on my baby wipe. Barbara's out of here. Bye, Barbara. Have a great day, honey. All right, I'm just going to rub that and smush it around. Yeah, see, I can't even see that. Maybe I did the smush too much. Me dot smush too much. Yeah, that looks okay. Maybe I'll be a dabber. You know, some of the gals that do some of these little things, they make it look so effortless. And I guess, you know, for them it is. They've done it a long time. But when you haven't, you know, there's a learning curve with everything, right? Let's pop a little bit of this. That's too much. Just want the Goldilocks look. Maybe that's not enough, but I think I'm going to stop there. The other thing I was going to say is I like to not ink, spatter. I'm a big spatter gal, but if I spatter now, you know, it's puddles of paint, so, you know, then I can't close my book. And if I had my other book together, I could go work in that one, but so I'm thinking I need a little bit more of my crayon, make this a little more intense. Gosh, I'm using the slightest stroke. Now over there it blended really nicely. Over here, not so much. I'm going to use the baby wipe this time. Try to let that be a little deeper in spots. Now the other thing that Meg does that I watched, she makes pockets, as many of us do, and decorates her pages with a cute little pocket. But I think I'm going to call that one finished. It might have been silly for me to put this lace up here because now I'm looking at it and I'm thinking it's kind of takes away from, you know, that little, this little, you know, box opening here at this page. Maybe I should have put it. I'm thinking maybe I need some kind of a word or something across here. What do y'all think about that? Let's see. There's a lot of numbers. I don't know if I want, no, well, maybe it is all numbers. I wanted to keep these in the bag. I don't know why. You can't really look at them in the bag. Now, the other thing, too, you know, if you buy something like this, right, and you don't want a number, flip it over and do your own thing on the other side, which I just might have to do. Because what I'm looking, oh, that's a cool, I know that's a number, but that's cool looking. I think I kind of need something there. Let's ink that. And she is multitasking. She's going to chat and eat. What are you having today, Ange? I think I kind of like it there. Okay, thanks, Brenda. Okay, we're going to go with it then. Brenda says it looks good there. So now I'm going to look for a page where I can fold in one of my pages and make some kind of a little pocket. And we'll see. And when I spatter this, I think it'll really finish it off nicely. So I'm thinking I'm going to wrap this somehow, make some kind of a closure for this one, you know, where I can close it and keep it tight. And I'm just, you know, I'm not that big of a fan of the strings showing in the back. And that could be because mine aren't very neat. And look, they're all out of whack. So I may cover this up with another piece of fabric or a piece of lace. So now let me find another page where I want to be able to fold and make a pocket. That's kind of a crazy page. German chocolate pudding. I know it's not rocket science, but you kind of have to, you know, like what you're doing, you know? I don't think I want to mess around with my center at this point. I don't want to cover that up. Although I may fold that like that. That kind of looks cute. That's what I looked at in the front part of that. There's a half of a bird. Oh, there's my torn paper. Let me show you this, what Meg does. This just reminded me. Okay, so she takes a piece of paper. I don't know if it has to be square. Maybe it does. And she folds it in half, and then she folds it in half again. And then she opens it up and she cuts, say, okay, now I want to get this right. I think she cuts this way. It may not matter which way you cut. Probably doesn't. So she folds it right, folds it again, and then she cuts. Then she folds it back together. So fold from the bottom up. You got your cut here. And so when you put it in your signature, you put it, you would stitch here. So this half of your page, you can make a pocket if you choose, or just treat it that way. And then you've got 2 extra little pages there. So that's what I did here. So here's the first part of it where I can make a pocket if I want. And then the second part of it is here. And I just have an extra page. Kind of cool, huh? You gotta check her out. Gotta check her out. Do, 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 do. I'm looking for a page that I like the way it looks when I fold it, and I can use it as part of the design. So I'm thinking about this one because I've got those pails of paint, which might be cool. But see, I've got that in there. Well, I could cover that up. And there was another one. See, here's another one where I folded it. And the other half of this one, I could make a pocket. This is kind of boring, isn't it? Let's do this one. All right, so I'm going to fold this page in. This has got a partial poem of from an Ideals. So I'm going to fold that, but I want to put some kind of tissue paper here, something to cover up that. I pulled out a couple of different things I was thinking about using. I think maybe I want something colorful. Peggy, you're funny. Barbara Chicken Pot Pie and Peggy, they have great senses of humor. Maybe something bright. This is, I think you could call it, it's not really rice. Well, maybe it is rice paper. I don't know. Puppies. See, I'm not crazy about how that, well, the top part might work. Let's see. I'm not sure how easy this, oh, yeah. This here's okay. Oh, yeah. Oh, I could go this way. Could I not? That might work better. Let's take the top part off. The what, like the white of their eyes. Let's take that off. Here we go. Lately, I see my mom when oh. Sometimes I see my grandma, okay? Especially with my hair, because she didn't really get white, my dad's mom. And my dad, he still had some of his natural hair color when he passed. Oh, well, it doesn't have to be perfect. Let's see. I wish my hair were white. My mother has beautiful white hair. All right, I'm going to take this little bit off. But I really see my grandmother and my aunt and my youngest sister. I think she really is starting to look like those wonderful women in our family. Gail said, same here, Lori. My son actually told me the more weight I lose, the more I look like my grandmother. Isn't that amazing, Gail? Okay, so let's tear this. Okay, so that's a little above and below. Okay, so I'm going to take a little more off this bottom portion here. Okay, I think I'm going to glue that down. I'm going to just use my glue stick. Hi, Dell. How are you? Gosh, I haven't seen you in a little. How you doing? Nice to see you. All right, well, let's rub-a-dub-dub some glue on here. Okay. Now I forget which way I had it. Not that it really matters tremendously. Oh, that's nice. That's very nice. You're good? That's wonderful. Wonderful to hear that. Okay. So now I'm not really liking this color here with this, right? I mean, it was okay. Just okay. So let me see. Let me try. So we've got those poppy colors. Poppies. I'm going to put some of my distress crayons on here. Let's start with this. Let's do some of that. That's Festive Berries. And then I've got some nice little pinks. I've got Rusty Hinge. What is this here? This is Kitsch Flamingo. Let's put some of that on. If this doesn't work, then we'll go to plan B. We'll put some of the Rusty Hinge in there. Or maybe we'll put some Rusty Hinge down here. Now I'm going to use this piece of paper that I pulled that sticker off of just to protect what's underneath there. And what else might I want? It's got a little bit of green in it. Let's see, what do I have in the way of green? Rustic Wilderness. This is deceiving. And when you use this in your embossing powders, it's a real dark blue-green. This might be a little blue-green, but it's not real dark. Now I'm going to take my baby wipe and start moving this color around a little bit. I'm staying away from that green a little bit. That was silly to put that on too early. Again, I'm just working to see if I can do something to the background. That's a little better. That's a little better. I don't know that I have any lots of frosted stuff. Frosted things. Oh, I do like my peeled paint. This is more of a yellow green, which I think is better. Dun, 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 you just have to be careful when you're using different papers in a book like this, like a junk journal, where you're just throwing in all kinds of paper and then you're doing wet stuff on it. You know, it can pill and get yucky quick. So just kind of keep that in the back of your mind. I'm going to hit that with my gun. Dry that up a bit. Now I'm going to do all this stuff before I glue down my pocket. I think they're just different, Del. I only have a few distress markers, and I keep that with my Bible journaling stuff. So I don't have those right at hand to show you or to test. The crayons are real, almost like a gelato, creamy, like you could, like this is almost like lipstick. Kind of reminds me of lipstick. And the distress markers are markers. Now, I don't know if they're water resistant, or, you know, they might move when you put water on them. I don't know. Sorry. But I hope that helps a little bit. I'm going to ink the edge. I want to do all this edge stuff before I glue this down, because once I do that, you know, it'd be a little more difficult to then address. So I'm trying to think of what all I want to do to the edge of my pocket. See if I can hold that down a little bit, you know, before I glue it. Peggy might, I don't know if Peggy knows about the markers versus the, all right, let's move this way. Crayons. I mean, I know they're different. And he may even have the same colors in the line. All right, now I think I want to put some other coloring on here, as far as maybe a stencil. Trying to think if I want to use any of my, I think I want to, all right, let's glue this down. Do you have any knowledge about the distress crayons and the distress markers? Like, I knew the crayons are creamy, like a lipstick gelato kind of thing, and the markers are markers. But Tim's distress markers, are they like watercolor, where you could put water on them and they'll move? I only have a couple, and they're with my art journaling, my Bible journaling pens, I think. I don't have them here to try it. You know how like the Tombos, they move when you hit them with water. Okay, I'm just going to give that a little press for a few seconds. Dum dum ding dum 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 ding doo. All right, so I got out a few of these. Yes, the stress markers will move. I got rid of mine, didn't like them. Okay, thanks, Peggy. So that helps maybe a little bit, Del. I don't know if I want that. Not feeling that so much. This, I just love this grid. I wish I had the whole thing that was that grid. I pulled out another one of my Timu. Maybe this. Yeah, let's do this one. All right, so I want to pop something in. Now, I don't want my stencil design on my inside of my pocket there. At least as best as I can cover that. Let's see. Just trying to cover that so I don't, I mean, I'm not going to like pitch a fit. I'm trying, Brenda said I had the Zig Clean markers and gave them away too. They didn't play well with me. Oh. Dell says, I'm trying not to keep buying supplies I don't use often. If I have to move, it'll be what, yeah. Yeah. And that makes sense even if you're not moving, Dell. I mean, really, right? And I am a classic offender. You know, I got all these Tombos and I like them, but I don't remember having them and I don't use them. That's one thing I was going to get out today and use, and they're sitting right here in the drawer and I haven't done it yet. Okay, so now I want to put something, I just don't know that I have. Well, let's just see. I've got red apple. I'm thinking I might want a red because of those puppies. 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 I forget what you said. And your little dog, too. Da, 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 da. Now we're off to the Wizard of Oz. Da, 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 da. Oh, look, here's some orange. A little bit of orange in there. That's a poppy tone. Raspberry. Why is the color that oh my gosh, I don't even see it. Oh, you know what? I could just do my, oh, this is one Lori says. Oh, hell, there it is. Health bells, woman. I could have just gotten my, Archives colors out. See, this is the other thing. I keep forgetting. Someone asked me once, why do you just always use the oxide? I said, well, that's what I have. But, you know, it's not. I've got these archival inks. And, you know, the distress inks you can use the same way. I can rub them on through a stencil. All right, let's get a little. Yeah, it can be overwhelming. Bye, Sophia. Have a good evening. Huggles. That's cute. I like that, Huggles. All right, let's move some of this stuff out of the way. All right, so we're going to try a couple different colors, and I really want to try to clean this off a little bit. You know, it never looks like there's anything on here. I mean, it looks stained, but it looks like there's nothing on here until you really push down and rub it. And then if you pick up other product, you know, sometimes you get a little bit of a discoloration, which, you know, for the most part really does not annoy me. Okay, so I've got Barn Door. That's an ink. I've got Candied Apple. I've got Carved Pumpkin. I'm going to put some Carved Pumpkin here. And down here, trying to just go with the colors that are kind of already on that paper. And then let's use a little. Okay, Gail, take care. I'm glad you're doing so well. Dryer lint in your brain. You are not alone. Okay, so that's pretty cool. All right, let's do that. Let's do this. And then let's try a little Barn Door. Okay, so that's not too terribly bad. Can y'all see that? I can pick that up in a minute. So long, farewell. Just going from one movie to another. Auf Wiedersehen, goodbye. We float, we float. Okay, I think I'm going to leave this stuff in here because you know what? I want to stamp. I want to stamp a rampa. What else did I get out here? Let's see. What can I put on top of that to make it look cool? How about a stitch? Let's do a little bit of a stitch. These are Stampers Anonymous stitches. My sisters also gifted these to me because that's what sisters do. They like to buy you what you want, unlike sometimes, you know, your husband or your son. All right, these little guys haven't come out yet. Let's see, there's just a little bit of that. There we go. I don't want to tear it. I don't want to tear it, you see? Thank you, Peggy. Okay, so I'm going to put this on my block. And then let's see how this stamps. I'm going to use black. We'll do a little test. See how it works. Of course, stamping on a book page, you know, sometimes you don't get that great of a stamp because you got all the other pages and schlep underneath of it, especially if you've got buttons and bows attached. You know what I mean? All right, I'm going to put it down here. I don't expect this is going to turn out real well. Thank you, Peggy. Okay. Not too terribly bad. Here, let's take. Okay, so we're getting going here. We're getting started. So I've got my poppies, you know, pretty much upside down. Let's see what else we have that we can add here that might look très cool. Ooh. I kind of like that, but that's a little too much, I think, especially with that poppy on the inside pocket. This might do as a stick in the pocket. I'm just digging around. Not liking that, not liking that, not loving that. Oh, I was wondering where those little stickers were. Oh, look at that. Look, that fits. That might live in that pocket. You know, sometimes I dig through, because this is what I do. I've said this, I've said this, I've said this, and it's just not going to stop. It's who I am. I clean up, I grab an envelope, I grab stuff, I stuff it in there, or a bag, and I stuff it in there. And then when I refine that bag, it's like Santa has come. Now, if I put this here, how much of a nuisance? Or maybe I could turn it that way. Because, see, that's going to go out into the book that way. She's a little smaller. I think she works better in that little. Let's cut her out. I'm getting hungry for some lunch. What time is it? There you go, Aunt Betsy. Great minds. Becky says lunch is ready. Hamburger, macaroni, one pot dish, and some asparagus. Oh, nice. I thought you were talking about a hamburger. We had hamburger and macaroni salad yesterday for dinner. Oh, she's lovely. Okay, let's find our, I don't know why I'm feeling it like, I'm going to do a little bit of this red. Here, there, and everywhere. And I'm going to use the, the color transparency side that's on that little, there we go, on that little slide frame. And then I'm going to use some of my vintage photo. And then I'm going to, in addition to having that transparency side up. See, there's a plain. Oh, this one's not totally plain. Some of them are plain. This one's got made in the U.S. Well, that's kind of cool too, isn't it? Made in the USA. All right, I'm not going to think about it. I'm going to let it go. And I'm just going to rub a little bit of color around this little gal's face. There's already some color there, but I'm just adding a little more. And I want to stamp on this as well. And I don't have my little piece of, I don't know where I put my little piece of, my little piece of, it's going to come to me. It will. It will. I think Peggy's lint brain is contagious. My script. I want to make sure I've got it right side up. Which I guess doesn't matter because the transparency thing, that's going both directions. I don't care for beets. My sisters and cousins were talking about beets, and my sister Nancy, she's the Martha Stewart in our family. I'm just going to plop that down. And she was telling my cousins how she roasts these beets. They always, no matter how I've had them. Now, I haven't had them roasted, I'm going to tell you that. But they always taste like dirt to me. Some people say that about mushrooms, but okay, see, I just like that little extra. So now I'm going to put some glue on the back of here. They do, Gail, see? And then people say, Brussels sprouts, how can you not like Brussels sprouts? They're so delicious. You're not cooking them right. You know what? I've cooked them every way you can imagine. Now, I have roasted those. Put them with bacon. Put a dressing on. They're just, and I like cabbage. I like cabbage and broccoli and all that, those kinds of vegetables. So it's not, it's not that. I just can't do the, I think they're adorable to look at them, but I just really don't like to eat them. All right, I got my letters going the right way. Oh, she's just darling. Wipe up that glue. Yeah, Peg, the roasted ones? I haven't done them roasted, really. Gail, Brenda said I made sweet and sour chicken rice for the week's lunch and roasted broccoli. Yeah, roasted broccoli and cauliflower. I really love. Years ago, when gosh, I think my dad may even been alive, so that's been a long time. My mom tried something new, and she had a whole pan of roasted vegetables. She's over the top cute. Yeah, she is. And so is my mom. She had a whole pan of roasted vegetables, string beans and mushrooms. Gosh, what else did she have on there? I think maybe some green peppers and broccoli. I mean, it was really the first time our family had something like that. And it was really good. Okay, so I think I'm liking her there. I think I'm liking her there. Now, I know I'm covering up some of my stitching, but that's okay. Now, I wonder where I have, if I can get out my, oh, here it is. See, I was saying I have, oh no, this is empty. This one's empty. Okay, hold on. I have misspoken. I usually have what I have left of my rub-ons back over here. Oh. See, this is how I get in trouble on moves, y'all. Usually always right here. Well, I'm going to be disappointed if I don't have them. Because I was thinking a little rub-on may be really cute right there. Because my rub-ons, I have some white. And I'm just not real successful with the white gel pens or the white Poscas or any of that jazz, Maybe they slid down here. I'm just checking to see. Well, silly. I guess I didn't put them back. I think the stamps I have are not that great. You know what? Maybe I'll put her down the bottom. I'm thinking I might do, let's see, if I have a little stencil. I'm just thinking little circles or little dots, like up here to brighten up that pocket a little bit. So, hey, Laura, good afternoon. I almost said good morning. Hi again. What are you up to there, girlfriend? You having a good Sunday? These sleeves might be cute. Over top of my stitches. That might work. Now, the thing is, I'm just thinking white. I just want something white. Oh, look, here are little dots. Let's see, do I want the dots? Kind of like those sleeves. Okay, I'm going to try this. This doesn't really shake. Laura is having a much needed lazy Sunday. Glad to oh, thanks for coming in. It's hard to give up those lazy days, isn't it? Thanks for popping in. Okay, so maybe I'll go this way. I have my little tray here with all different supplies in it. I just need a little more room here. All right, this could all go bad. And if it does, then we'll be covering this baby up with paper. I guess this one that wasn't charged up. I didn't think these had a little shaker ball in it, but maybe it does. Gosh, I'm poking right through the paper there. That's not good. That can't be good. I do have a white Posca here, but I don't usually have too much success with those either. Let's just see. What is this here? Oh, that's my Moxie. I wonder how this one is. Hi, Lisa. Good afternoon. Thanks for popping in. All right, let's try the Moxie. Moxie? I don't know. Let's see how. Well, this is a thin. Yeah, see, some of my Poscas I think are just, they need to be replaced. It's time. Oops, had them for years and keep leaving this stuff open. It's gonna mess up my cover. I really wanted something that would go like a pen. Now see here I have the jelly roll. Let's see if the jelly roll will work. I'm going to try not to push down too hard. I think that might be some of my issue with some of these pens. All right, so I'm thinking I can always color them in. After the fact, right? Right now, I'm thinking I just want an outline right over my stitches, which is fine. I'm layering. Now, like Lena was saying the other day in her live, when you use a pen or a marker on top of something that you've put paint or some other product on, you run the risk of, really messing up your marker. So just keep that in mind. If something is precious to you, you may want to think twice before you use it on top of something that's got paint or ink. Now, hopefully it's not going to smear when I pull it up. I think I need to color that in. See, and this is really taking on the color that's underneath of it, so it's not staying white. So, where did Lori put her? Here I go, talking in the third person again. Okay, this is really thick, this paint. But if I add some water to I spritz a little water. Need a little smaller of a brush. Nope, that's a watercolor brush. We don't want that because I'm going to use acrylic white paint. And I've got things stacked in front here. It's hard to see your little brush tips when you're, let's see if this one will be small enough. When I have them under a shelf here and there's no light. It's dark under there. Yeah. This might work. Okay. See, look how thick that is. The white paint might not be any, yeah, it's not any different. I might have to second coat it. What do I have under here? Let's do this. That quick. I say we should just get out everything in the craft room and use it today. Let's just get it all out. All right, I think circles might have been easier, but I was liking the way that the leaves looked. Try not to lose the shape of my. It's getting a little too watery. I've got another idea. I'm sitting here painting this. I'm going to turn on my glue gun. Nothing like using the back of your hand as a palette. I don't really go to the store. Really, I don't really go much anywhere. And sometimes I wash my hands and I don't scrub to get the paint off. And I'll run in somewhere and forget. And I have these big blotches of color all over the back of my hands. I can't imagine. But that's, probably a little better than going into a place. Okay, Lisa, going into a place with your face painted. I've done that several times before. I love face painting. Got a clump of paint there. Now, I don't recommend you put your brush into your paint bottle or the lid of your paint bottle. I do it because I've done it before and they're already old, but it just it can make your paint really yucky. I don't really have too much of a problem with it, but I don't want to lead anybody down a wrong path with their art supplies or any other path. Okay, now that's good for a first coat. Now I want to glue on, rinse that brush out a little more. All right, now I want to glue this little gal over here, and I don't want her hanging over the pocket too much because I want to be able to get my stuff in there. So I think I'm going to put her there. And I'm going to wait for my heat gun to glue up. Now, the other thing I was thinking is, the other day I was working on these embossed flowers and die cuts. Now, these are little wax seals that Kathy Calico Key gave me, which are Fabaruni. That's too big and too dark, but I should have some. This one might be too big. Is Angela still here? Oh, there's Barbie. Hi, Barbie. Yeah, I usually do closer to 1:30, quarter to 2, because then usually Tanya comes on. I might not have a little flower here that's going to work. See, that's purple. I don't really want the purple. I don't want a bug. Where's Angela? Angela, you haven't contacted me. Aren't you the one that wants that butterfly? Okay, so I'm going to have to, I think I'm going to have to go to, oh, this might work. Oh, this is a little butterfly. Maybe I'll put her on. Maybe I'll put this little butterfly on. I need you to private message me. See, that's when I call clean up on aisle 37. I'm taking this extra fluff off of this wax seal because I don't want it to be too thick in the book. Too thick in the book. Too thick in the book. So I just did a rough cut there, and then I'm going to take a little piece of my cheesecloth, and I'm going to take a little chunka, put that underneath. And I'm just going to build up a little something on the, oh no, you did, Barbie? I hope you don't need stitches. Oh my. Keep an eye on that. Okay, we're going to crunch that there. I think I might need a little piece of fabric too, or maybe a little piece of lace or something here. Let's see. Where's the end of my, nobody's cooperating. Let's close this up. I just need to find the end of something. Oh, good. There we go. Let's have a little piece of this and a little piece of that. I did put my lifeguard son oh, good. Just keep an eye on it, please. All right, let's see. Kind of looks cute, huh? Just needs a little something there. All right, let's see. Let's layer this up. Glue gun. Yep. Nice and hot. Actually, I wonder if I cut that out a little bit more. I was saying to Kathy, when I was a kid and had these little wax seals, I thought it was great, put them on a letter or whatever. But mine was crunchy. Mine would crack. It wasn't nice like this where you could trim out an object. You know what I'm saying? Quite lovely, actually. Oh, yeah, I like that. I like that. Hey, Mikey. Okay, let's get that guy in there. And then I'm just going to put a little blue here and a little bit here. I want to get a second coat on that white. I wonder if my pens would be better now, because the acrylic kind of, this will go quicker. The acrylic kind of sealed in what's underneath. I just want a vibrant white. I might have to just do a couple coats. Nah. Oh, goodness me. It's just getting all watery. Must have had too much water in my brush. Well, this just isn't working the way I thought it would work. I dare say it is not. Let's go back to the paint, please. All right, so let's see here. How am I on time? All right, I usually like to get off around 1:30 or so. Give you time so you can maybe, if you're going to go to the next stream, you know, get yourself a little bit of a break. Well, you can break whenever. Anywho, just going to put this on. I did want to come back to that other page and spatter, because I think that will really add to that other page we did. So this is a little journal that I created, inspired by Megjournals, and I've put her information in the description box for you. And I am going to use that kind of binding in my Daphne Diary video. I've got one more to upload and another one yet to record. So if you haven't checked those out, I invite you to do so. And that, if you're not familiar, Daphne's Diary is a fabulous magazine. And there are different schools of thought as far as, you know, taking it apart. But for me, it wasn't easy. It was a hard decision. I only have 4. But they just sit on a shelf, and after I've read them, I don't really use them. So I'm hoping this will, you know, just give a second life to really a beautiful product that I enjoy. Barbie said, are you working on your... Yes, I am. I'm working now to get a little decorating on those some of those pages. So I've got to do that video this week, and that will wind up that little series. Gosh, these still have some pink. That one leaf is really giving me trouble there, but that's okay. So, and I might continue to add to this. I don't know. Let's just see here. Now I had that little antique looking card. Here we go. This is not an original. This is, you know, it's a knockoff of somebody's paper pack. That might be Graphic 45. I'm not sure. But I do want to ink this edge quickly. If I can get my... Barbie said it's a great... Oh, thank you, Barbie. You're going to jump in. I was so excited when you said that. Yeah, that'd be really cool. Really, really cool. Those of us that, I think for the most part, that live stream or have channels and put up videos, we like to, you know, encourage folks to do that, you know, to join us and work along or create something that we kind of put a bug in your ear about. I can't find my, oh, here it is. Geez, right next to me. Couldn't find my blender tool. So that's cool. So I'm just going to ink the edges of this quickly. And then I need to see if I can get my, here's my black paint. I haven't decided about Monday nights yet. I'm just not feeling the Monday night thing. I don't know. I I may not be on at 5:30. If I come on tomorrow night, it might be late. If I have the energy, I might do a later in the evening. I talked about moving that time slot. It's just a struggle for me. And it might be Mondays, it might be the time. I don't know. Just not feeling it, to be quite honest. Oh, sure, Angela, no problem. I'm just paintgirly@gmail.com. And that's spelled just like what's up on the screen there. PAINTGIRLEE, no space. And I'll look for you to send me your address. Kathy's been watching from the balcony. That's wonderful. She's going to take us with her to go lie down. Hi, Tina. How nice to see you. Hope you're doing well. All right, so I'm going to pop this little goodie into that pocket. And I just noticed I have pulled this stamp out. And I'm just wondering if a little butterfly stamp, that might be too much. But see, on a piece of card or, well, that might be a little too busy. Yeah. I don't know. I'm thinking I need a little something else on here. I need something up there, but I'm not quite finished with those leaves. So what I was thinking is if I stamp that little Timmy bit, but I want to stamp it on not just, I want something that's got a little, oh boy, a little piece of muslin would be cool, wouldn't it? Maybe a little piece of a snippet, a little piece of my snippet roll might work. And that's a little too wild. Not feeling that. Not feeling the bug. Not feeling the bug. Oh, I know what I just saw. That might look nice. What do you think? I'm going to put this here. And maybe I'll just leave those leaves alone. Is this, Barbie says, is this journal that you're working on right now? No, it is not. It is put together the same way, but it is not my Daphne's. I'll show you the front. This, I used a piece of fabric to, instead of paper. Where did I put my Daphne's? And then I think I'm going to glue that on there. Let me just show you this. I think that's how that's going to end up. All right. This is, I used some fabric that I jelly printed on, inspired by Lisa, My Eclectic Life, and Tanya McGuire. I'll have to do something else to that cover. And then this was the first spread that we worked on, beginning of the stream. And I wanted to show you the difference with the Daphnes that I'm working on. The binding is similar but different in that I'm using paper. I'm using the cover of the Daphnes magazine, which is, you know, paper versus fabric like I used here. Good night. Gosh, can't grab it. I just can't grab it. So they're bound in the same fashion, inspired by Megjournals. So you see you've got your stitches on the outside, but this one's total fabric. And the Daphnes, it's her cover that I used, but stitched in the signatures the same way. So this one I started decorating a little bit. So that's the video I still have to do. And then this little guy was our first project today, and I want to spatter this. And I didn't want to do it earlier because I have to let it sit and dry, you know, because when you spatter, it's puddles of paint. So I'm taking a little bit of black, and I'll quickly do this, and then I'm going to skedaddle and let you folks go. All right, let's see here. I think the spattering will really help. Just take this up a little bit. So I don't need a lot, but I do need a Oh, I see one. Okay. Okie dokie. My paint just kind of exploded out of my bottle. Any other questions I'm missing? Yeah. It's one downfall of listening to the product dimensions. I don't always know what you're going to get. I put several hair accessory. Oh, okay. You guys are talking. Okay. Nothing I need to address. All right. Oh, thank you, Tina. Okay. So I'm just watering down some of this black acrylic paint to like an inky consistency on a long liner brush. And to tell you the truth, I usually just either do it in a trash can or, I'll test it on the back of my hand to see if it makes the kind of dots I like. And if it doesn't, I add a little more water or a little more paint, just depending on what look I want. And then that's it from me for today. So I may see you tomorrow evening. I don't know. I'll try to keep you posted in my my community tab. Now this has to dry because it's puddles. Oh, I got some shoot. I didn't fold that in, but there we have that one. Okay. So that's what we did the first part of the stream. So thanks for joining me. I appreciate you so very much. Enjoy the rest of your day. And don't forget, take care. And also, take time to be creative and enjoy the journey. And I will see you next time. Bye-bye.